she was so bad. She was the first person out of the presidential race as a presidential candidate, and now all of a sudden she's like the best choice for VP? Are you kidding me? Like, what? Where did she suddenly become a saint when she was a fucking nobody that was just a horrible, horrible person? And she's pro-police and pro all this, so it's like, oh yeah, defund the police, cool, you just elected the people who are literally planning to keep the system the same. Just because you hate Trump more for some reason. Because that's literally this election. This election was all about, there was even a video online. He's like, you know that bag of trail mix you get, and there's that thing called a cashew that nobody likes?
Yep.
That's Biden. Biden is the cashew. Biden is a cashew. Nobody wants him. Nobody cares for him. Nobody likes him.
Sounds like Trump.
But Trump's a virus. Biden is a cashew. Like, I should link to you. It's actually quite funny how he just goes on about it for like 15, 20 minutes. Calling Biden the cashew that nobody actually wants. And he's like, yeah. This year it was literally people, and a lot of people were like, oh, you voted for Trump. Well, no, maybe people were just voting, like I didn't vote for the guy. But let me just put it this way. I know people who voted for Trump because they didn't want Biden. Like, that's really it. They didn't want Trump, but, like, they didn't want Biden more. You know what I mean? So, oh, and then you have people who are, like, posting online, like, oh, if you voted for Trump, you're evil, unfriend me. I was like, what? Like, talk about polarization of a nation. Democrats want to literally fundamentally transform, and they have said that, they want to fundamentally transform America, which means turn it into Europe. I mean, Europe's great and all, to an extent, but...
You gained an influence.
But the way that the Democrats are talking, they want it like Europe with socialism on steroids. They basically want, like, a Hitler rule, except instead of Hitler, you have the Democratic Party. Without the genocide. Other than that, they're fine with it. It's like, wait, what? Have you read Karl Marx? Like, because that's what they want. I mean, they I'm sorry, you want a universal basic income? I'm sorry, so what? Like, if that money meets my needs, like, why should I ever work again? Like, what's the point of working? And then, of course, the Democrats were like, yeah, we're blaming Trump for all the unemployment. No? Why are you blaming Trump for the unemployment?
Because he loves China so much.
No. No, you don't understand what unemployment. Yeah. Oh, well, it was Trump's fault that the unemployment happened because it's his fault COVID happened, and because COVID was so bad, all the lockdowns were his fault. And it's like, no, the lockdowns didn't require governors forcing businesses closed, which is what they did, which has caused 40% of all small businesses to go out of business, never to reopen again. Yeah, I'd say that that's on the governors, not on Trump, but yet they blame Trump for it, because politics and media. And that's the other thing. Is your media, like, with all the like, you have multiple parties in Britain, right? Like, you have, like, what is it, 4 or 5 different parties in Parliament?
Kind of, yeah.
So, but, like, in America we have 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically just one side or the other. And as much as we have a 3rd and 4th party, nobody votes for them. Because, well, they can't win. And,
because they're not that
well,
stupid, yeah.
2-party systems lead to a 1-party control, which is literally what's happening in America. Eventually, you'll just have 1-party control. And then the country will fall apart. And then it will just become not America. Because it will be destroyed by leftists who are actually more socialists than anything. I mean, the funny thing was... And the funny thing is, this whole hate Trump thing that came out of, like, the Democrats going against their own voters' will. Basically, what happened was they were like, look, everyone voted for Bernie, but we're going to put Hillary as our candidate anyway because we have superdelegate votes and we don't care what the people went because we want Hillary to be our candidate, which caused them to lose, which caused Trump to get elected, which caused the situation we have. So here's the thing. The Democrats did this to themselves. I don't know if it was their whole plan to like let Hillary lose to Trump just so that they would force win the next election regardless. But if they had just gone with Bernie, like, you probably would have had Bernie instead of Trump, and you wouldn't have had 4 years of Trump at all. So, and you wouldn't have negated your voters. Like, I actually was talking to a friend about that, and he's like, based on what the Democrats did for them, I wouldn't be voting for Democrats for the next 20 years, except Trump. And I was like, yeah, but it's their fault that Trump got elected. You can't. So I'm just like, what? It makes no sense. They basically were instantly forgiven for something that they did because Democrats are blind because they somehow hate Trump more. Because the Democrats have spewed nothing but hate instead of like, hey, we don't like him, but let's try to work with him. You know what I mean? Oh, no, we hate him, can't stand with him, can't work with him at all. Go away. He's bad. And then, of course, the whole impeachment thing was just ridiculous. Tried to get him out of office. Failed. I knew it was gonna fail. The funny thing was, they tried... So, the problem was that they tried to impeach him for two things, right? One was like a procedural thing, which is literally his prerogative as president. Like, so they tried to scream obstruction of the impeachment trials. And it's like, he can't obstruct you as Congress from doing whatever you're doing. You're in control of the House. How can he stop you from investigating? There's legal challenges are not obstruction, so whatever. And then the other one was something about corruption, this or that, which was all from, which turns out, all came from a document that was illegally fabricated and fake. That they then used to get warrants and documents. So, like, the whole process there was started by someone who got paid to fabricate data against Trump because they hated him. So, like, the whole impeachment was literally based off of fabricated fake crap.
That's what happens in elections, though, dude.
Yep. So basically what now is, we're gonna have to wait to see if the Democrats get full I say three house, but it's not really, because it's not three branch, it's not three house, you know what I mean, because you got
full control, basically.
One branch of government that's two parts, so the 3 parts of elected government, there we go. There's 3 parts of elected government. If they get all 3, then they can do anything they want, including stack the Supreme Court, which is what they will do, even though they kind of ignored the question, because they can't let the Republicans have the courts either, because, oh, they got the courts, and heaven forbid that the Republicans rule based on the legality of what the Constitution says, not what they want not that they want the Constitution to say, because they can't get the votes to actually pass an amendment if they wanted to. Which is just funny, because it's sad. So instead of actually amending the Constitution, which I love how they say the Constitution is a living document, but it has the ability to be amended, which causes it to be a living document, but they want to have it, the meaning of words change just based on the time of the year in which the words are now and not the words in which a legal document was created, but that's not how law works, you know? But that's how politics works! Like... whatever. It pisses me off.
Yep.
Sometimes I wish I could just be like, can I just move to, like, Germany or, like, some other European country and just get away for a few years?
We don't want your kind over here. Fuck that.
I don't really care about you. What do you mean, my kind? I'm just an American. I like America because we have freedom.
You're American. You can fucking say your own pond.
Yeah, but you don't understand that, like, America is based on freedom. That's something that a lot of other countries don't fully have, because you can go to jail for certain things that you can literally do in America just because you said something. It's like, okay, that's dumb, but, you know.
Keep in mind who made America.
Europeans.
Mostly the British.
Yeah.
Hence why you got the fucking Tea Party, not shite.
Yeah. The thing was, the Tea Party was better than any fucking, like, we have so many goddamn riots around here, it's not even funny. It's like, oh, cool. You're gonna burn and loot things down, and then say, oh, look at the Tea Party. But when you look at the Tea Party, they broke one lock to steal the tea, and then the next day after the Tea Party happened, they got money together and bought the lock to repair it for the person who shipped they broke the lock on. So no property was damaged, and the one piece of property that was damaged was replaced by the people who threw the tea overboard. So the ship, you know what I mean? Like, so the guy who owned the ship didn't have any property damage.
Yeah.
But here, they just loot and don't care. I mean, it's like, oh, you're due reparations, so everything you loot is just payment for the reparations that you deserve. What? What? What reparations? If I want to go back to reparations, then even white people deserve to have reparations from Egypt because of, like, slavery 10,000 years ago. So, you know, then technically the Egyptians owe the Jews in Israel, like, reparations forever because of their, you know, 4,000 years of enslavement. You know? Like, you also have to remember that, like, yeah, slaves existed before America existed. And so that when America was founded, slaves just became part of America because they were there before America was founded. But we got rid of slavery. So, but they don't care about that. They only care about that there were slaves, and those people are due reparations. You know what? There is no one alive today that was a slave in America. They aren't owed shit. And I think, like, and then, like, if you talk about segregation, it was in the 60s. So, like, the youngest person who was affected by it is, like, or the oldest person who was affected by it is in, like, their late 60s by now. So, like, you might have to pay out to, like, 40,000 black people for the, for their segregation separation that they suffered when they were, like, 5 and 7. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, and those people are in their 80s. So, what is, you know, 2 years of suffrage worth? You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. Oh, and if you really want to talk about reparations, then how come nobody talks about the reparations for the Chinese people who were enslaved during World War II? Like, that's just as modern, you know? What about those people that were, you know, put in concentration camps? Does George Takei get a check from the government because he was a child at the time that he was in a concentration camp because of Japan? Like, is he due money from the government for Asian reparations? Like, where does it end, you know?
I don't know. I'm just listening to you rambling on.
Exactly. I know. I'm just whatever. It's just this vicious cycle of stupid. That's what I'm trying to get on.
Yeah, but the cycle of stupid doesn't end with taking Trump out of the equation or taking Biden out of the equation or that kind of stuff. The cycle of stupid exists because people are inertly stupid. And so you get idiots all over the world. Not just in America, not just in the UK, but everywhere. There's idiots every walk of life.
Oh, yeah. I would like to get over to Europe at some point to travel. It's just so damn expensive. Now, Bill, I don't think he ever wants to leave America, but, you know.
He's done his time in other parts of the world, man.
No, I know.
He's paid that price.
Oh, yeah, I know. You know, I was saying I don't know if he actually wants to like ever just travel to see the world. You know what I mean? Just as a tourist type thing. You know, go where he wants to go. I don't know.
No, he's good.
I just think that I just wish I had the opportunity when we were younger to like go to other countries, meet other people, cultures. You know, just because. And that's the number one thing that pisses me off about like the election is that America's politics.
Since that day you saved my
outside
life,
of Indian politics, America's politics have become the most polarized in the world.
1,000 letters
to the point where, like,
father
oh, you voted for that guy? Well, you're
never
my friend. I never want to talk to you.
Changes everything.
It's like, wait,
I
what?
didn't even know you had a
Because
sister.
I have a difference in political opinion.
Broke,
people are like, it's not political opinion. If you vote for the man, you're racist.
We can't afford a passage back to your old world, back to your family.
Not really.
Not unless you suddenly remember
I don't get how
work
people
is.
assume that. You know.
Oh,
you voted for a man who's racist, therefore you're racist. Yeah, well, how racist is Biden? You know? I mean, he has racist roots all the way back to, like, the 40s. Like, come on, man.
Remember when we escaped the pits back when?
Did you forget about his racist transgressions and his most recent comment about black people were like, if you don't know who to vote for, then you ain't black. It's like, wait, what?
Sometimes you have to
i.e. referring to, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It's like, great way to insult the black community.
Look at me. Dynamite was your idea.
Fuck.
Still trying
telling
to get
blacks that they're not black if they vote Republican? Like, what's that shit?
All the blistered fish they could ever want.
The thing is, though, you see, Trump came from Germany.
What the chimichurri was that, boom?
Basically, his descendants are German.
Well, I mean, I'm half German.
Yeah, half German, full American. How does that work?
I'm just saying, ancestry-wise, you know, like, we tracked my parents, my mom's actual lineage tracked back to northern Germany. So, you know.
Yeah, I can't be bothered with that shit.
What?
I can't be bothered with that shit.
Well, my mom, well, you know, but unfortunately, we tried to track down my parents.
Hurry, drifters.
My mom wanted
the boat is leaving soon.
She was curious.
Nobody wants you to miss it.
And my parents refused to pay for any of those services. So basically, it got stuck in. Well, okay, we're supposedly Irish, but
so this is it.
Because, you know, that's what's
We're
been told through the years.
Behind.
But the question is, where does that lineage actually, like, come from?
But you're dead serious
but
about this,
it got down to, like, a wedding certificate and all it, and that was it. Like,
I made a vow to defend you,
than that. So I was like,
and
okay,
I don't
cool.
break an oath. Even if a blind man could
dead end
see
in the
you
records,
leap into
can't
the
find
deepest
anything. That's what
pit of
happens,
dung.
you know. Personally, I don't care. It's like, whatever. Does it matter if I'm, like, half French, you know? I was born in America. I don't know anything about French. I don't know anything about France. I don't have any relatives that, you know what I mean? Like,
leaving the family
so my
burden at your
grandparents,
little sister's door.
my
Our father is
grandparents,
accused of high treason. Dare you to believe it? Will you now stand by and tell him gentle father is indulgent?
Right?
It must kill him.
Does it matter?
Please come home. We need you.
I have no claim to anything in German. It's like, ugh. It's funny how there's no
really
quote-unquote American
sibling?
bloodline. It's all you're European.
Because Americans bastardized by every country in the world. They've all had a shot of it. It's like the redheaded stepchild.
Of course you do.
America, actually no. America's a prostitute.
It's changed now.
Everyone's paid to have a bit of her.
The Royal Council support Uncle Edvard.
Everyone's paid to what?
Barely cold.
Everyone has paid to have a bit of America.
Down.
She is
yeah.
Basically the country is a prostitute. Everyone's fucked her at some point. Even the Spanish, the Portuguese, the English, the French, the Russians have tried it as well. The Chinese have tried it through the banking.
For you were.
Yeah, well,
Why were we
that's
selling
because America has
fish
a
and
spending
sleeping
problem
in
and doesn't know
barns?
how to not spend money.
Never told
Yep.
your friend of
Oh,
Gordon
sorry,
Sons.
and they want to spend even more
There is
because
much
they
to be
want
said,
to make Medicaid
but
for
not
all, like,
Dear
federally. It's like,
father's funeral
what are you
begins.
gonna do? Oh, wait, you're gonna have to raise taxes. People aren't gonna want that. Because they can barely afford shit as it is, and you want to take another 15% of their
Where
wages
have you
to
been?
cover health
Without
care?
you brats, we'll never
What?
be done with this obligation.
What?
Looks
I
like
understand there are
Death
some people who
played
can't
the
afford
wrong
it,
brother.
but...
No matter, so few are here.
Yeah,
When
do you
they are
think
the few
everyone's gonna
he
be happy when
loved
they
most.
suddenly
Nobody likes
don't
a traitor,
have money in
let
their
alone his
paycheck
tainted
without
offspring.
wages going up?
Better make
Because
yourself
you
scarce.
literally are going to have to fundamentally transform America in order to get those policies and get people to be happy with taxes. It is just
We
you
shall,
won't
dear
even
sibling,
recognize
for now.
America
I
from
have
like
acquired a
the late
small
2000s
island
going
with the
into
last of
anything
my
past 2020
funds,
as Democrats.
and passage for all
It's
still
kinda
loyal
sad.
to father.
Unless they don't do anything because they're so
Together, we
indecisive.
shall clear
I mean,
his name.
Obama
and
had
die trying.
full Democratic control for 2
Your
years,
sister
and they didn't
reminds
pass
me of
shit
you.
because
Must mean new
except for
adventures await.
Obamacare
old
at like the last
This is it.
stroke before midnight
Ditchwater.
when
End of the world.
all because
you
they're
like it
like, yeah, we
quiet."
lost the election, we have to pass this because we can't bicker about it anymore because their own party couldn't bicker what should or shouldn't be in it. Like, so unless they have more of that, you know.
Well, we'll have to see what happens anyway.
What?
We'll just have to
Still
live with the
here,
consequences.
establishing
That's
a
what
rival
it comes down to.
company on that disheveled island.
Let Uncle Edvard scoff. A modest island, yes, but if you're at all like father, you'll look beyond appearances. We must shelter the good, loyal people who have shown solidarity with our family. We need every hand we can get if we are to expunge this debris.
So when is Brexit finalized?
I think it's done actually. Maybe January it'll take full effect, but that's fine. I'm not really worried about the island, to be honest. I voted to obviously stay in the EU, but
A new milestone.
we'll see how that goes. Eventually Scotland will get independence and fucking a lot of them.
A lot of Britain or fuck Scotland?
No, Scotland's got more money
Do
than
you
it.
remain here out
It
of
needs to
spite?
survive on its own,
Or is
even
this
with the
some
oil fields the way
futile
they are just
attempt
now.
at competition?
Oh. Well, I guess you're happy then.
As you are so desperate to
I'm
appear responsible,
enough.
you'll be pleased to hear the cost of that fantastical funeral falls to you.
Miserly, uncharitable dastard! Picking and choosing what
Do you
he
live
inherits.
on what would be considered the border? Or...
No, I'm in central Scotland, so I am quite a fair bit away from what you would class as
A border.
Scotland's border, yeah. So I'm about 2 hours drive from the border.
Oh wow, okay. I thought you were closer than
Hell no.
that. You're like, I'm staying as far away from there as possible.
My wife's parents, they live probably closer. They live closer to the border than I do.
Who does?
My wife's parents, my in-laws,
Oh, okay.
but they've where they are is quite a sparse place though. Right, so build a soil there. Right, and let's see what we can do.
Nice day for it.
We've got a forest around here.
See what slander Edvard Prince and Bright Sands.
A forest around what?
Samuel's child, is it?
He
Well, I know
twists
that now.
every article in his favour at our and father's
What are you playing?
expense.
Go into the stream and see. Playing Anno 1800.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I've been playing it since you started rambling on about fucking Trump as well. So it's been a fairly while I've been playing it now.
Well, I didn't realize that you changed your Discord to say that you weren't showing that what games you were playing. Wait, no, you're not on stream?
Not on Twitch, Facebook.
Oh.
You're on the page, I'm pretty sure, anyway.
Yeah, I know. I have to just...
Be gay and just not listen to anything. Why is that not showing as I'm streaming, actually?
Aw.
Game activity. No game detected. Okay.
I was gonna say, like, in Discord it's not showing that you're playing anything.
There you go. Don't know why it wasn't, but...
Which Anno was this?
1800.
Which one's your favorite?
I like the 2070 one, but 1800's far more graphically advanced. Options. Gameplay, that's what I'm looking for.
I've always sucked at these kinds of games. Like, you always, like, especially the SimCity, not necessarily this one, but like...
I need to restart the game to get the larger backgrounds. Okay, I'll continue that in a wee second. So OBS is now going to have a shit fit. It's like, hang on a second, you're playing a game a minute ago. Yeah. Should restart them now anyway. Oh, fuck me. 10 out of 10 tonight. My highest population in this game is 10,727. I've played 36 hours.
Good,
I don't know. I played 36 hours of it and completed 88% of the campaign. And then I lost.
Oh, yeah.
I got defeated.
Again, I'm never really good at those games. They always implode somehow. It's like you're growing, and then it implodes.
Yeah. I have unlocked the... Okay. Get little updates in the bottom of the screen saying...
Oh god, I love this. The new meme that's going around is hilarious. Cyberpunk.
What about
Yellow
it?
page. We regret to inform you that this game was never in development. Thank you for your support.
No, that's Star Citizen. She's really saying that in the bill.
No, I know that, but now they have with Cyberpunk on top of it. Like, because they delayed their game again.
No, it's only delayed to December. It's still coming out.
Yeah, no, I know, but instead of November, it's delayed to December, and which forced another company to push their game back because they chose to, because something, I forget what game, was forced to book it back because they delayed it again. It doesn't matter, it's just like, whatever.
We need more farmhands.
Okay, so I've got one person there. How have I got so few fucking people? What's that? Let's see if we can get some more guys going to this sawmill here.
Yeah, that's voter fraud, you dumb shit.
What?
In Michigan, I just got this post. Someone shared a post of what the news came out on the local news, and it said the title of the news article, like on the live stream or whatever, says outlet claims dead voters evidence of voter fraud. Well, yes, because dead people can't vote. And when you receive 846 voter deceased ballots that were sent when the person's been recorded as dead, That's voter fraud. That's someone trying to make a vote under someone who is dead. Yes, that's voter fraud.
Let me guess, one of Trump's guys.
I have no idea. We don't even know what the votes are. They're just the votes
Trump.
are just.
Yeah, what a surprise.
I mean, if all of them voted Trump, then whatever. But like, the point is that that is technically a form of voter fraud when someone tries to take a ballot and send it in on the behalf of a dead person. 787 were rejected because of mismatching signatures, which, if someone has changed their signature, it can happen, but if they're so blatantly wrong, then someone could have just like, yep, they don't live here anymore, but I'll take the fact that they're still registered here and send a signature, and then, 1,438 ballots got rejected because they didn't have a signature at all. 6,000 ballots were rejected because they arrived too late, and yeah.
Yeah, I saw him moaning because, like, say, oh, the mail-in one should have been done already. Technically, he's right. But
well, no, the laws state that the law is that they do live votes first, and then they count absentee ballots. But I don't see why they can't start counting absentee ballots the day of the election, just not publish those results until the election is done. You know what I mean? Until the polls close.
yeah, why can't they just start counting them when they fucking receive them?
Because they have to be certified, and when they open a ballot, it has to be, each party has to be available to have their poll watchers present, so that as they count votes, they can go, hey, that signature doesn't match, or that vote is like 2 things are circled, you can't count it for either, or oh, they put a signature for Trump and a thing for Biden, like they can't vote for both of them, and therefore that vote doesn't count. And there are other reasons to reject ballots, like signature missing, or invalid signature, i.e. it doesn't match, is a reason to like reject a ballot, and they can't just open them all up and count them all, because they have a way to challenge the individual vote of a ballot itself. And they're making sure that the ballots aren't counted for the wrong, even though it's like, oh, it's a vote for Trump, but because there's no one watching, I'm as a pollster want Biden to win, so I'll just count a couple of these extra as Biden, just give him a few extra leads up. So there's that. But that it's just the way it's always been over here. They don't open them until the polls close, and they have people to challenge them because elections are huge, and they try to eliminate fraud. Yeah, it's funny. Here's someone's post that says, we're tired of being told to accept the results of by the same people who spent the last 4 years not accepting the results, because, they didn't accept the results of Trump was elected, so they did everything in their power to get rid of him. Now they're saying, shut up, and Biden won. He was elected. It's like, okay, you can just shut up now,
Yeah, I just got an update saying Kanye West is going to try and vote again next year. Sorry, 2014.
Are you going to get Cyberpunk when it comes out?
I've got it already.
Oh, you pre-ordered it?
Well, Bill did.
Oh, he bought you Cyberpunk? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was my birthday last year, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, yeah.
Bill buys
I'll buy it. I'll buy it when it comes out. It'll be something I want to play. Single player story. Like, I still have The Witcher and haven't played that. Whatever. I don't know why.
Yeah, you've played a lot. You've got a lot of games you need to play and finish.
Like what?
Destiny 2. Bill's been playing that for long enough and finished it.
You can't finish Destiny 2 if they keep making expansions for it that I don't feel like paying for.
Star Citizen.
Well, Yep, that's not exactly a playable. It's like an Eve that only has PvP in it. So, try again.
Eve Online, you didn't finish that.
You can't finish MMOs. God damn, man.
Suck it, bitch.
What do you mean, suck it? Like, what do I suck?
What games have you
Like,
got that I've not got? Let me see. Let's where's your Steam list?
I've got.
What? Why the fuck is a DirectX error?
What?
I just flagged up a DirectX error. Don't know why it does that sometimes.
Yeah, I never went and finished the campaign for Star Wars Battlefront 2. I can't finish Satisfactory, so fuck off. I mean, you can, but I got to a point.
Yeah.
What?
Because you can't build for shit.
I can build for shit. I just got to a point where the next build was gonna take me another 20 hours to complete, and I just kind of, you know.
Can't be arsed.
Yeah, I can't be asked. Like, it's great. I like playing it. It was fun. It's entertaining. The problem is every time I'm on, Bill's always like, "Come see this build," but he'll never log into my server. So I kind of got.
You've got different mods. That's partly why.
What?
He's got different mods. That's partly why.
No, he didn't care about the mod issue. He's just too busy building his own city to log in and take a look at mine and tell me what he thinks I should do next, or help